Alright, so I haven't done a whole lot since my last video, but what I have done is decided to change out the oil pan gasket because I realized I've already removed a lot of the stuff, so it's going to make that somewhat easier. And then I believe most of this oil that's down there is from that area. I was thinking about it, and I don't think these upper areas can seep as much oil to cause that kind of mess down there. So I'm assuming that's going to come out on camera, but that's a lot of oil down there. So I've decided to replace the gasket, and in that process I've also decided to replace the motor mounts. So I've ordered the Volvo motor mounts, and I'm going to go through that process. So I think what I'm going to do is spin off another playlist that's going to just cover the gasket in addition to removing the old motor mounts and installing the Volvo ones. And then I'll come back to this. Or I may work on the oil pump and then do that. I'm not sure exactly. But what I did do today was put the car on posts. So the car is elevated. And I did this for a couple reasons. One is I felt that it had to be somewhat leaning forward in order to do some of this work, especially the oil pump, because the oil pump, I think you're supposed to fill it with oil afterwards and then pop it in there. So if it's angled back, I think all that oil is going to just fall out, I think. So anyway, so I wanted to level out the car and bring it up. Plus, it's going to give me more room to work underneath the car. I'm going to have to take off the cross member and a bunch of other stuff, and I'm hoping to not have to do an alignment after doing all that. So I think that's possible. I'm not sure 100%. Anyways, in doing that and bringing it up, it's spilled a bunch of oil on my garage floor and it was a mess. So I had to spend a lot of time cleaning that up. There's also something I want to figure out is I believe there's 2 mounting points on the engine to lift it up. I'm gonna have to lift it up slightly in order to remove the motor mounts and install the new ones. And I can see one of them that's right here, and I think the other one's back there. So I'm gonna remove the air filter assembly and then see if I can find it. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. You might be wondering why I'm videotaping this. I basically want to capture every single step that's required on video. Not to complain about anyone else's videos. Oh, you know what I need to do? Shoot. I think that in doing my research for some of these projects, there's not a lot of good video footage on the steps. And so I feel like oftentimes people gloss over it and they talk about it, but they don't actually show it. So that's kind of like one of my goals, is to do a thorough job in video logging every step of the way. Oh, right here. So there's the second point right there. Hopefully that comes out. And then there's right there. So I've ordered these brackets to help hoist that up. And I realize I might have to remove the hood, which I really don't want to have to do, but I may have to. Okay, so I've decided to try to work on the oil pump. Oh, it's easy. Oh, nice. Okay, so that was relatively easy compared to videos that I've seen. Actually, just one video. But if you saw how I took out the woodruff key, I saw that on YouTube and it worked pretty well. I bought a new one of these, so this should be coming next week. These O-rings look no good. So I guess a lot of the oil was maybe seeping out of this. It didn't look like it at first, but I mean, you can kind of tell. This O-ring here looks completely flat, and I want to say the previous mechanic, I don't like saying previous owner, but previous mechanic who worked on this car really liked to use like silicone or gasket, whatever, sealant, because it's everywhere. It's this stuff here that I don't think it's necessary. You have a gasket, unless he was reusing, assuming it's a he, was reusing these things. So anyways, it came out fine. This looks fine. I got new gaskets for everything. So I'm gonna clean this stuff up. I'll do one more video on this. Okay, that's it.